Hey, how's it going? What is up, everybody? Hope you're having a good Wednesday. We're back at it again, more Dawn Trail. I have been told that the things that occurred last stream were like the lowest point in the expansion for a lot of people. And so, honestly, I'm looking forward to enjoying my apparently new favorite expansion. I'm kidding, of course. I have it over. That's what I'm saying. It would be so funny and it would be so on brand for the United King for the little gems to literally just be like rock candy. For them to just not matter in the slightest. Which, I mean, he kind of already basically said. In the Japanese, at least. He was just kind of like, hey, man. Sorry for making you go along with this. I know it's kind of just a meme. This whole competition thing, the whole trial thing doesn't really matter. He's a cool guy. But in any case, hey, look at this. It's, Kyoku no Tame. Yoko Fuizoku. And if I recall correctly, in the English, this is called Keepers of History. History is not memory. They're two different things. Or no, it's History's Keepers. People of memory. Very, very different concepts. Also, these, the Yoko Fui, at least just looking at them like this, why do they... Like, they just kind of look like overgrown toddlers, if I'm gonna be honest. They do not look fully formed. Yo, what up, Dak? Keepers of History, yeah. Dude, it's been wild. Everything for... All of the names for everything in this expansion are so dumb in the English. Instead of Dale being United King, it's fucking Dawn Servant. You've got Third Promise and all of that shit. It's so stupid. Also, nice to see you around again. Alright, let's set off. This time, for sure, let's set off to the Yokofui settlement village at the, Orukopacha Highlands. Yeah.
オルコパチャに続く山道の入り口はウクラマトが派手紙の盗賊ワーケサに騙され
Not like memory is the major theme for the whole expansion. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I would say that the biggest thing that I've seen so far that's being missed is the foreshadowing of the title of the name of the king to begin with. Like, Ren-O is not normal. And so I'm, like, they're setting up Wuklamat and Polna, fucking Connor, whatever, to be, like, pretty much the representatives of the two different heads of the current king. And they're probably gonna have to, like, work together. You know, like, come together, like, unite or something. It's almost like you came free with your fucking kanji. Okay, just saying where... Yeah, okay, so the joke there, near the, yeah, trail to Orukopacha's right by where Wukambat got tricked and kidnapped. Right, I'm just kind of skimming that, but he goes into very specific detail, including the guy's name. Oh, Arabville. Yeah, he's not even trying to hide that, he's just messing with me. Yeah, that's the sort of thing is I had to, like, I don't know. For me, I couldn't think of anything better, but I think that, like, you kind of have to. I don't know, it's like the United Kingdom, he's the United King. Like, I feel like it's the only option. I would be open to any other option, but, like, Dawn Servant ain't it. But yeah, Aaronville is just brazenly making fun of her.
いちいち落ち込んでられねえって気がするけどよ。これもあいつなりの気遣いなのか。
Yeah. Yeah, they're just like completely made up, completely random. I don't even know what they're supposed to align with. Yeah, she's just like, can't let myself, you know, like, feel sorry for myself or, like, feel down about things like that. You know, it's fine. Maybe this is just his way of you know, being considerate. Showing he cares.
とにかく挽回するためにも、もたもたしてられねえ。あたしらも行こうぜ。目指すはアースンシャヤの西にある山道の入り口だ。
Okay, if we're gonna try and make up for lost time, we can't just sit around like this. All right, let's go. I'd say it's like that, all of the titles and everything, and then also really the tone is just incredibly heavily butchered. Like, the fun is gone. All of the whimsy is gone. At this point in the game, in English, like, most people apparently just completely hated Wuklamat and viewed her as just, like, a complete drooling moron. When it's the whole thing, to me at least, the expansion up until this point has felt like a late 90s, early 2000s Disney adventure movie. Like one of the good ones. You know, like Atlantis or Treasure Island or... trying to think of one of the other ones. But it's got that sort of feel to it. Like, there's some things that have been pretty predictable, some things that are kind of by the book. You know, some plot developments that clearly have occurred because that's kind of just the thing that you do. But it's been fun. I think, like, the whole concept that they're going for, the whole setup of you're this legendary hero and you're being a mentor to an up-and-coming hero character is fun. But in the English, they put you as, like, a servant of hers, basically. Whereas in the Japanese, you're really supposed to be, like, you're supposed to be a superior that she's looking up to. And if you mess that up, then the whole thing really just kind of falls apart. I could have just teleported over here. I forgot. I think it's been a lot of fun. I like all of the characters. They're all very endearing. The only one that's kind of, like, sticking out as weird is Soraja, but I think he's supposed to stick out as weird because he's some sort of, like, weird, fucked up homunculus or something like that. Like, something is not right with that dude. Hang on, Aaronville isn't here. Did he get himself kidnapped this time?
思え えば、イフイカトゥムを抜けてからずっと感じてた視線は、盗賊たちのものだったのね。
Yeah, we were just being watched
バ
by
トゥージャ
bandits
ザ
the
に
whole
足止め
time.
されていた間にも、ゾラージャ王子は先に進んでいること。
Yeah, yep, Zoraza's been moving on while we
こ
were
の
held
先は
back. Okay.
レティ6にも余計な心配をかけちまったからな。アースンシャヤに立ち寄って礼を言っておいた。
Yeah, you know, we really, worried that Eddie got sick, stopped by, made sure to stop by Earthenshire and, thank her.
で、エレンビルの野郎、待ってねえし。あたしらを置いて、スタスタと先に行っちまいやがった。ただの陰険野郎じゃねえってみんな押しかけたのに、損したぜ。
But like, this is the sort of thing where I'm like, this is fun, I enjoy this. But, because I was like, hey, where's Aaronville? But, yeah, Aaronville, he didn't wait for us at all. He just walked off, he just left us behind. Now, I was starting to think a little bit better of him, that he wasn't just, this whole Inke Yaro. I don't know what you would do. You would probably just say I was just, you know, I'm starting to think a little bit better of him, but guess not.
あたしらも行くぞ。とっととあいつに追いついて、文句の一つでも言ってやる。
Yeah, I'm gonna head up. I'm gonna go catch up with him and give him a piece of my mind. This is a fun dynamic. It's a good dynamic.
ティーシを奪われたことを引きずらないか心配していたけれど、あの様子なら大丈夫そうね。
Yeah. I was worried that she might be... Yeah, like hung up. I guess you would say, Ikizuranai? You could probably say hung up on that. Yeah, I was worried that you might still be like hung up on getting the gem stolen, but I guess she'll be alright. And when it looks at things, she'll be alright.
私たちも行きましょう。
Let's get going too. New zone, new zone. But yeah, I'm so looking forward to the point where they... Oh, we're not just immediately doing a cutscene upon coming into the new zone. I'm so looking forward to the moment in the story where they're going to directly address the whole United King thing. And then the English, like, I'm gonna have to check the English for that to see how they possibly try and weasel their way out of it.
はあ、はあ。こんな高さまで登ったのは初めてだ。エレンビルに文句を言う余裕すらねえ。
This is the first time he also had she is too tired to complain.
旅慣れてるオタクらには言うまでもないことだが、この標高になると空気も薄くなる。適度に深呼吸して体を慣らしながら進んでくれ。
Yeah, as you're all quite... Yeah, for all of you who are used to traveling, I'm sure it goes without saying, but the air gets thinner as at this altitude. Yeah, take deep breaths and let your body adjust as we go.
ヨカフイ族の集落、ウォーラーの残響はもう目の前だ。
Oh. Hey. Hey. Remember how you translated Transcendence to the Echo? Let's go. The Yokofui village Wola's Echo is just ahead. The Echo? No. Oh no, this naming scheme. Is it all just going to be incredibly extended?
この
Domuro.
集落にも定期的に行商人が来るんだぜ。お互い、
I don't know. Like, Aaronville also comes across as, but you know, they're playing off of it. For me, so far, it's worked.
ふう、ようやくこの空気の薄さにも慣れてきたぜ。
You know, when you're doing the whole kidnapping arc, Kona really kind of filled in that role by going too hard. Kind of freaking out. Finally getting used to the thin air.
で、ここが親父とヨカフイ族の出会いを描いた墓のショーの舞台、ウォーラーの残響。
That could definitely be the case. I mean, I'm not very far into the expansion yet, so I might end up getting sick of it by the end of it. Okay, this is the... what, where the, like... a chapter of the tomb takes place? And where my old man met the Yokohui. Waller's reverberate. Waller's echo. They look so weird. Why do they look like
そし
that?
て、あいつらがヨカフイ族か。実際にその姿を見るのは、これが初めてだぜ。
That... You telling me these things ran the place? Like, these guys were the like, warlords of the continent? They look like those goldfish that live terrible lives that people breed. Like, the ones that can barely swim on their own. These things look like they're in constant pain. The fuck is that? These the Yokohui, first time I've ever actually seen them.
無理もない。彼らがこの集落を離れて平地に降りてくるのは極めて稀だからな。
Yeah, that's understandable. It's extremely rare for them to ever leave their village settlement and come down the mountain.
ヨカフイ族はかつて交わしたレゲオとの盟約に従って今もこの山奥である使命を果たし続けている。
Oh, okay. The Yokohui, like, has a mission they carry out. They, like, carry out some sort of duty as in accordance with a pact they made, or like an oath they made with the United King.
あのカーリョザー祭り拝殿に眠るトラルビドラール、バリガルマンダを見守り、その封印を維持するという使命をな。
I love katakana, I love katakana, I love katakana, I love katakana so much. Okay. Karyoza. Okay. The Horavidora Doraru resting, sleeping within the Karyoza shrine. Their mission is to watch over and maintain the seal upon the Varigarumanda.
トラルビドラール、確か長い時を生きることで獣の枠を超えた異能に目覚めた存在だったわ
I
ね。
hate katakana so much. Hororividoraru. That's a, like, something that exceeds or like, what's the term for this in English? It's not transcend. it's like something like an animal that through its long life. There's a word for this in English that I can't think of. I mean, you could just say awakens the power beyond that of a mere animal, whatever, I'm just gonna move on. There's a word that I'm thinking of that I can't remember.
特にバリガルマンダはトラルビドラールの中でも最強の呼び声高い存在。時代を超えて何度も目覚めて人々に最悪をもたらしてきた。
Yes, even amongst the Torarividorar, the Varigarumanda is exceptionally powerful. Or, you know, is considered the strongest amongst them, the most powerful amongst them. It's awoken many times throughout history and, like, brought disaster, destruction in its wake.
それを約80年前に連合がカーヨーザー祭り拝殿に封印したのがトランヨラ女子誌に語られる風の章だ。
Okay, and then about 80 years ago, the United Kings sealed it away in the Cardio's shrine, as was depicted in the Epic of Toraora depicts that in the chapter of the seal.
ちなみにあの祭り拝殿の天井は今も大穴が開いたままらしい。連王の策によっておびき寄せられたバリガルマンダが開けたその時のままにな。
Okay. There's the massive hole in the ceiling of the shrine is still present. It was, it's left as it was when the Varigarumanda opened it in accordance or while as a result of the United King's plot scheme.
親父が戦った最強のトラルビドラール、一体どんなすげえやつなんだろうな。一目見てみてえぜ。
I don't think you want to. Yeah, the strongest Torar Vidorar Maovefat. It must be amazing. I kind of want to see it. I want to see it at least once. I want to take a look.
このゴーラーの残響は連王とヨカフイ族の出会いを描いた墓の章だけではなく風の章の舞台でもあるのか。
Okay. So the Waller's echo isn't only the location of the chapter of the tomb, but also the chapter of the seal. Then
となると今回の試練は一つじゃないのかもしれない。
in that case, there may not, only be one trial this time around.
ま、とにかく連合の戦者に声をかけて、いや、それともバクージャジャヌバカを探し出して奪われた兵士を取り返すのが先か。
Yeah, let's go look for the United King's judge, or maybe we should go find that idiot Bakur Jaja and get back the gem he stole. Okay, your options are go look for the judge, or let's go find that. Let's go get that son of a bitch. Let's go look for Bakur Jaja. Let's find that motherfucker.
よっしゃ。そうと決まれば、バクージャジャの野郎を探しに。
Okay, they're not gonna let us do this. Alright. Now let's find that bastard, Bakur Jaja.
バクージャジャから兵士を取り戻す機会は今後もあるはずだ。まずはここでしかできない試練を優先しよう。
Yeah. Wait, there will be more chances to get back the gem that was stolen by Baku Jaja. First, we should prioritize the trials can only be completed here, so I believe we should prioritize them.
確かに兵士はあと4つもあるんだもんな。バクージャジャだってそれを手に入れに来るはずだから自然とぶつかることもあるか。
Right, there's 4 more gems left. Bakuzada is also going to have to come here to get them, so we might just... Yeah, we might just run into each other naturally.
よし、改めて連合の
Okay, let's look for the
なら
judge.
カーリョーザー祭り拝殿を訪ねてみるのがいいだろう。モブリン族によれば、祭司長のグーフールがいるはずだ。会えば、何らかの情報を得られるかもしれない。
Okay. So then we should go to the Koryoza Shrine Temple. You'd probably say temple, I guess. According to the Moblins, there's like a chief head priest. Gufuru. Might be able to get some good information out of them. So it seems as though the naming convention for these people is extended ass syllables. The area design is really damn good, though. It really is so fucking good.
んじゃ、門番と話して、祭り拝殿立ち入りの許可をもらうとするか。
Okay, let's talk to the gatekeeper guard,
私
see
は
if we can
ブ
get
ラ
a
イオラ
permission
連
enter.
王国第一王女、ウクラマトだ。継承の儀の試練を受けるために、連王の戦者を探してる。ここにグーフールってやつがいるなら、会わせてくれねえか。
Okay, I'm Okamad, first princess of the United Kingdom of Toreora, looking for the judge of the United King for the trial and the ceremony of succession. If there's someone named Gufuru inside, would you please let us meet him?
あなたのことは、祭司長より聞きを読んでいる。さあ、中へ。
Yeah, yep. Heard about you from the head priest. Okay.
思いのほか、あっさり通してくれたな。とにかく入ってみようぜ。
Alright, yeah, they're just letting us right in. Let's go. Yay. Wasn't expecting it. Hey, what's up? I'm assuming that this is the point where they're going to start, like, actually delivering some amount of, like, bigger story information. That's...
ああ、バリガルマンダだ。
Yeah. Varioravanda. Whoa. Approximately how many levels until this thing breaks free of the seal? I'm gonna say 2. Thank you for coming. 0? What, it's just gonna happen, like, right now? Are you the head priest Gufuru? About 5 minutes.
私は祭司ズムー。ここに祭り市長はおりません。
Okay, these names are really throwing me here. These names are really, really starting to piss me off. No, I am Priest Zumu. The head priest is not here.
なあ、本当に、そいつがバリガルマンダなのか。
Hey, is that really Varioravanda?
しかり、トラル大陸の歴史において、囲いくども覚醒
I don't even try parsing these kind of names. Yeah. If I was just playing for myself, I would just skim right through. Yes. History of the continent of Torara. It has awakened many times. It's appeared as a living natural disaster. That's a turn of phrase that Japan, the Japanese media likes a lot that doesn't really work very well in English, I don't think, but I don't know what else to do for it, so I'm not gonna bother.
かつて大陸の覇者であった我らヨカフイ族ですら、その強大な力の前では、ただ蹂躙されるばかりでした。
Even we, the Yokafui, who once ruled this continent, what were nothing in the face of its overwhelming force, of its
80 年
overwhelming
前に
power.
オルコパチャが襲われた際にも多くの死者が出た。グルージャジャ様とその仲間たちの助けがなくば全滅していたでしょう。
Many died. Yeah, when in the attack on Orikopacha many 80 years ago, many died without the help of King Guru Jaja and his allies. We all would have been annihilated. Flashback.
彼らとバリガルマンダの戦いは実に10日間も続きました。死闘と呼ぶに相応しき戦いが繰り広げられたのです。
Oh. It's like their battle against the Varioramanda lasted for 10 full days. Like a veritable fight to the death. Unfolded. I guess you would say
先に限
unfolded.
界を迎えたのはグルージャジャ様たちでした。並外れた生命力を誇る敵を前についに体力が底をつき窮地に立たされたのです。
The first to reach their limits, to like be exhausted, reach their limits were Guru Jaja and his allies. In the face of a foe with that extraordinary vitality, stamina. Like their strength failed them and they found themselves in peril.
そんな時、グルージャジャ様の利の頭が奇策を思いつかれた。バリガルマンダが有する氷の魔力を暴走させ、自らを凍りつけにさせたのです。
I do not recognize that one. Yeah, at that moment, Guru Jaja's head of reason devised a clever plan. He caused, like, Varigaramanda's like, control or magical control over ice to run rampant and freeze him. I don't know if the Varigaramanada is supposed to be male or female, I don't know.
その結果がこれか。さすがはリの親父だぜ。
These are always, it's so annoying. It's so annoying. This whole thing, in the Japanese, they can just say, Ri no oyaji, Bu no oyaji. And it's fine. It doesn't sound like completely insane, because they're just using a single kanji. In English, I don't know how the hell you can say these without it sounding awkward as hell. This is a Final Fantasy VI thing, too? Huh. Fun. What do they actually do for this in English? I can check. But, the two heads of Guru Zaza in the Japanese, it really should just be like valor and reason. In the English, I believe they are resolve and reason. But resolve doesn't make any fucking sense. You can describe Wuklamat with valor, with v. That like, bravery. You couldn't really ever describe her as resolute? Of course, they're still having people say gods. And it's been like that ever since. Nice work, Papa.
They
don't even try. Yeah. Well, they did the same thing with, in the cutscene where Guru Zaza specifically says she resembles, like, my head of valor. How she's hot-headed, she rushes into things. They don't specify. In the English, he just says, she's a lot like me. Which, like, you can say, oh, he's talking from the position, like, the head of valor is one, or the head of resolve in the English is the one talking, so that's what they mean. But you gotta make it explicit. You really gotta make it explicit. For the foreshadowing to work. Yeah, the way that the all katakana oyaji really is closer to my old man, or something like that, right? Yeah. It is a little bit tricky, but they clearly didn't even try and instead just went with Dawn Servant. Like, the whole point of the title is that Reo doesn't sound like a thing that a singular person could be. Whereas Dawn Servant, yeah, that's like one dude. One person could be Dawn Servant. The whole point is that kanji that makes it weird and stand out. And even my old man wasn't able to take care of this thing, to defeat it. If the seal ever breaks, what happens? What happens then? Also, here's another, I saw this line in the English during, like, looking over the other one. This is another reason why people dislike this character. Wuklamat here is not, like, comically stupid. She's just very laid back. This is just kind of her personality. Like, you know, even my old man wasn't able to defeat it. If that seal ever breaks, what happens then? The English for that is, but what happens if the ice ever melts? It's a seal. They've been saying it's a seal. In English, it seems as though Wuklamat does not realize that it is like a seal that is being maintained. Just what happens if the ice melts? You stupid?
"その心配には我々も頭を悩ませているところ、事実、この80年間で封印の力は弱まってきておりましてね。
We are all... It's like we've all been attempting to kind of resolve the issue ourselves. It's like it's been worrying us as well. The power of the seal has been weakening over the past 80 years.
先の大嵐も火、氷、雷を操るバリガルマンダの力が封印から漏れ出したために起こったもの。そう考える者もいるのです。
Oh, some believe that the recent great storm was caused by what Varigarumanda's control over fire, ice, and lightning leaking out from the seal. Its dominion power over it.
俺たちが遭遇したあの大嵐が。
Yeah, so then that great storm was...
それはそうと、皆さんは墓の試練を受けに来たのでしょう？連王の選者である祭り市長グーフールから継承候補者の方々にことづてを預かっております。
Okay, you've come here so then. Yeah, by the way, you've come to take for the trial of the tomb. I have a message for you. Okay. From the guy who's in charge
こ
of
の
it.
険しく広大な山の中から俺を見つけ出してみせよ。 それがお前たちに与える墓の試練である。以上です。
Find me, search me out, find me within this, like, vast, impassable, or rugged mountain range. Mountain that is the trial of the tomb that I give to you all. Okay, that is all.
連王の戦者を探し出すこと自体が試練というわけか。
Yes, very. Think we all got that one off, but great job as always. And so this time, just finding the United King's judge is the trial itself, I say.
ところで、兄さんたちもここに来たのか？
By the way, have my brothers been here yet?
しかり、すでに再市長を探しに出ておりますよ。
Yes. Honestly, this Scuddy might be even quite... yes. Indeed. Probably indeed. They've already set out to look for the high priest, chief head priest. I don't know which one you would do for that,
なら
whatever.
急がねえとな。
Alright. We gotta get going too. We gotta hurry.
探すにしても手がかりが必要だ。まずはこの集落の人たちから話を聞いてみよう。
Okay. If fun, we're gonna need some clues, information to work off of. First, let's go talk to people. The classic go and gather information quest. They are very fond of these. I wonder why they zoom in. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Are you kidding me? You fucking kidding me? Seriously? Alright, guess we're wasted XP. Slightly underleveled. I'm mad. Okay. I'll be right back. 1 second, I gotta go to the bathroom. That's like barely any XP off. Painting privilege has been revoked? This is bullshit. So mad. Should have done those side quests. I refuse. Utterly refuse.
それにしても、バリガルマンダはでかかったな。仲間がいたとはいえ、改めて親父の強さを実感したぜ。
Yeah, but Armando was huge. He had allies with him, but it reminds me again just how crazy strong my old man is.
もし封印が解けちまったら、今度は私らの世代が何とかしねえといけねえんだよな。そんなことできんのか。
If that seal were to break, then it'd be up to my generation to do something about it. Will we even be able to? Hey, look at this. This is like that's like the theme or something right there. Summed up. God, this is such a waste of XP. Honestly, hold on. How much EXP would I get just doing like a couple of fates? Like, is that enough? Would like doing one fate here be enough? Because if so, like, I kind of want to do that just because otherwise I'm wasting so much XP. I'm wasting so much XP. 2 to 3? Hey, let's experience the riveting gameplay. The quests in town will give some. I don't see any quests in town. Maybe I could go do like a side quest in one of those, in one of the other zones or something. Let's see. 2 arrow ones, it should be enough. A trials roulette, no. Anything but roulettes. Anything but roulettes. Anything else. What if you get an Endwalker one? I don't know. I don't wanna. How long is this gonna take? Oh, it's not that bad. It's not too bad. That's not too bad. It's fine. This is totally fine. This is doable. Let's just do this. Let's just do this. I'm sure that this will all work out. I'm sure that this will be just fine. Here, let's pull multiple. Let's do like let's like actually play the game. People love the game, so surely playing it is going to be fun and fast and responsive and cool. Haha. Haha. Really? We're hopping in just to make this go faster. Fair enough. Well, I'm assuming it doesn't look like they're actually dying when they blow up. There we go, it was just enough, thank you. I knew I didn't have to do a fucking roulette. 50K. Ha. I'm gonna get level locked out of, like, the next time it goes up a level, I'm getting locked out again, aren't I? I don't even know what I just got. Whatever that currency is, I'm never gonna use it. The name of the trial. Okay, we're just recapping what the trial is. We need to set up and get information. Okay, considering that it's a trial, I don't think they're just going to get the... They're not just going to tell us where they are. Okay. You need to remember what people say in the conversation where you're talking about Okay, there might be clues in the conversation. Okay. Did you pay attention? Attention span check.
再市長の居場所を知らないかだと？そういえば、今日は見ていないな。
Oh, you want to know where the head priest is? I haven't seen him today.
ところで、先ほど、祭り拝殿から出てきたシュバラール族、ウクラマト王女だというのは本当か？
Is it true the Shubarara came out of the shrine as Princess Wokolat?
なんだか頼りなさそうに見えるが、グルージャジャ殿の後継者としてふさわしい味方なのかね？
It doesn't appear to be. It seems a bit reliable, more suitable successor for Guru Jaja. Them, okay. Kuru next to these guys is pretty comical.
ヨカフイ族は基本的にはみんな温厚でおとなしいよね。
It seems like a very rude thing to say about these people right to their face.
話を聞き終えたら、
Okay, so I haven't seen him today.
おや、君も再市長のことを尋ねて回っているのかい？
Going around looking
グ
for
ーフルーデンが
the
どこにいるかは知らないけれど、ぜひ一度会ってもらいたいものだよ。
Okay, don't know where he is. Love to. What, it's like you really should. What, meet
彼
him
は伝
at
統を
least
重んじる
once
立派な
someday?
人物だからね。例えば僕が今彫っている絵文字の彫刻なんかもとても大切にしてくれているんだ。
He is incredibly. What an upstanding and respected tradition. Highly values the like pictographs I'm carving.
これは人が生きた証を刻んだもので、今日君と出会ったことなんかも記録されることになる。太陽が幾度も巡った後でもこの出会いを振り返れるようにね。
Hey, look, that's why it's like the people of memory. Also, we're going back to the little Ikita Akashi thing. We're doing. We got some, like, story leitmotifs going on here. Like, it records the proof of, like, that one lived. Like, it will also record, like, my meeting you here today, even after, like, the sun turns many, many times. I will always... Well, we will always be able to look back and remember.
もし僕たちの文化が知りたいなら、墓所の一つ、佇む事象に行ってみてよ。ここから、北西の方にあるからさ。
That's an insane name. Tatazumu Jisho? Jisho. Shit. Shit. Comes back in a big way in this expansion. Yeah, the whole memory thing seems to be very important, including, like, I have no idea what you would translate this name to. I would need to actually just go there myself to see it. But it's like... like... Hatazumu, and then... What, Ji, and then Akashi, but read as Sho. That's like... The name kind of like evokes the meaning of like proof of oneself. Like monument or concept of proof of oneself. Like eternally or always standing. Like standing still in place. And using that for a graveyard is interesting. So he's been gone all day. He's very much into their traditional culture and history and things like that.
トライオラ、いや、外津国から来たものか。
You're from Porara? No, even further abroad, I see.
悪いが、グーフールーデンの居所は知らん。再市長
I
は
do not.
封印の監視
My
役である
apologies,
と
sorry,
同
I
時
don't
に
know where
墓守でもある
Guru
ゆえ
is.
不在にしてることが多いからな。
Okay. The head priest is in charge of what monitoring, guarding the seal, monitoring, observing the seal, but also the graves. He's away quite often. Again, I don't think they've said. I don't know if they've said male or female yet, but I think I've heard a kare at least once. I don't know. And gufuru just sounds kind of more masculine. I don't know. Might be wrong. Okay, they said northwest. We're probably out somewhere near the other graves.
では、集めた情報を共有。
Okay, what do we hear about Gufuru?
予想通り誰も聞けなかったようだね。では、祭り市長
Okay,
について
was,
些細
didn't
な
was
ことで
anybody told
何か
exactly
分か
where
ったことがあれば教
Gufuru
えてほ
is?
しい。
No, they did. The Peru Peru, the Hanu Hanu, the Moblins, even. Like, they did say, Lady Rock was a woman. They didn't really make him look any different, but yeah. And nobody was told exactly where they were. If you have any information, anything at all about him, please let us know.
祭り市長には墓守の側面もあるんだってよ。
Okay, from what I heard, he's works on the is also like the gravekeeper or a gravekeeper.
その話は私も聞いたわ。
I heard
ヨ
about
カ
that
クイ族
too.
にとってお墓というのは特別な存在のようね。
For the Yokofui, graves seem to be especially important. Very special to them as a
墓
people.
守が行くところといえば、墓場が相場だが、それはどこにあるのだろう。
Okay, the most. You know, you would expect a grave keeper to be at a cemetery, but where exactly could that be? Northwest.
佇む事象、それがヨカフイ族の墓場がある場所かい？
God. That's where the Yokofui
な
graveyard
ら、
is.
グーフールーがいるかどうかはともかく、
Okay,
とま
let's go.
ここから北西の場所にあるって話だったわね。ならまずは、
I
町の
need,
そ
so you
ちら
didn't
側
need
の
me to
出
listen
口に
closely at
向
all,
かってみましょう。
actually. I wasn't quizzed. I wasn't quizzed, it didn't matter. They actually quizzed you on the other one. I've been pump faked.
他のみんなは、佇む事象を目指して西へ進んでいったわよ。道がかなり急勾配になってるみたいだ。エレンビルさんに追いつけ
Okay,
ば、
the
的
road's
確
quite
に
steep,
案
be
内をしてくれ
careful.
るはず。私も、この辺りの地形を確認したら、すぐに追いかけるわ。
Okay. Go, just making our way down. Yeah, I am interested in where exactly they're going with this bit, considering that like, this seems to be the first point where we're really kind of introducing a more serious theme.
急勾配の坂だらけで、歩きづらいわね。
Yeah. Super steep. Hard to keep your footing. I mean, that mountain, like, that part of the mountain is literally on fire. Just straight up on fire.
このクレーターを見てくれ。焚き木どころか草すらないのに火が燃え続けてるだろう。
Okay, look at the crater. There's no wood or even grass. The fire's still
ト
burning.
ライオラ女子氏曰く、これはバリガルマンダが暴れた時に生じたものだそうだ。
Oh, according to the Epic of Toraora, this happened when, like, during the Barigarumanda's rampage.
かの存在が操る炎は嵐の中でも燃え続け、永遠に消えることがないんだとか。てっきり持って書かれてるもんだと思ってたが。
Okay. What it said, like, the flames that it commanded, like, will continue to burn even in the midst of like, storm. It said they'll never go out. It's like, what, I thought it was like an exaggeration.
それはそうと、佇む事象は街道を北西に進んだ先だ。ウクラマトが先行してるはずだが、道
Okay,
に迷ってないだろうな。
it's to the northwest along the highway. Much to be ahead. Hope she hasn't gotten lost. Okay, I feel like somebody really needs to, we need to put like a child safety leash on Woklamat here. I was considering joining in for that fate just to make sure that I don't get over leveled, but I'm sure it'll be fine. It'll be fine, right? It'll be fine. They're going to give me plenty of EXP to stay up with the levels for the quest, haha. I surely am not going to have to do yet more nonsense. I thought that you were supposed to, like, I thought if you just did an expansion with one class, it was supposed to be like, you get exactly enough XP to just be able to do the MSQ. If not even a little bit more. I thought that the biggest issue was going to be getting over-leveled on Picto and having to swap off to something else.
どうやら、
へへ、私が一番乗りだ。
We still are not, I'm assuming, not going to translate this little catchphrase laugh of hers. First one here. Yeah.
んじゃ、みんな揃ったところで、こいつに話を聞いてみるか。
Alright, now that we're all here, let's, hear what they got to say.
なあ、お前がグーフルーか？
Hey, are you Gufuru?
いいや、俺は祭り市長ではないよ。
Oh
ただ
no.
彼から頼み事を一つ引き受けている。自分を探しに来た者がいたら、この墓のことを教えるようにと。
No, I'm not the head priest. I have been, like, asked a favor of him to tell anyone looking for him about this tomb, about this grave.
そうか、ならここに来たのは全くの外れってわけじゃないんだな。それじゃ教えてくれよ。ここには誰が眠ってるんだ？
Oh, yeah, I guess, I guess it's like, yeah, we're not too far off the mark then, huh? Alright, so then, who's resting here? Like, whose
誰も
resting
眠っ
place
てな
is
どいない
this?
さ。役目を終えた肉体は火葬され、オルコパチャの山々に散骨されるからな。
No one. and no one rests here. Yeah, their bodies after serving, yeah, like, this yakume o oeta. I mean, you would say serving their purpose. Like, their bodies having served their purpose are cremated, and the ashes are scattered amongst the mountains of Orukopacha.
そもそも我らが考える死は君たちのそれとは異なる。人が死ぬのは心臓が止まった時ではない。自己の存在が全ての人々の心から消え去った時だ。
Hey, I'm going to crash out. I'm going to fucking crash out. This isn't even like a... So, if it wasn't for the name change for that one quest, my honest reaction of this would be like, oh, okay. You know, this is a fairly standard, concept, right? The idea of, like, true death is when none remember you, right? Like, you know, a man dies 2 times. I can't remember the exact quote or who it's attributed to. I don't remember who exactly it, like, is attributed to, but it's a fairly common concept, right? But this is why the name was the People of Memory? Of memory? It's not history, it's memory. It's personal. Oh my fucking god. Even... Yeah, our concept, what we see as death, differs from yours. Like, differs from, you know, the way you would say our idea of death differs from yours. A person does not die when their heart stops beating. But when, like, you know, their self, their very existence disappears from the hearts of others. Like, disappears from the hearts of all others. In this case, this kokoro, you could say mind for this one, disappears from the minds of all others. You probably wouldn't go with just saying, like, but when there is no one who left to remember them, because they're being a little bit more esoteric with it. It's like the whole jiko no sonzai, the whole sonzai thing there matters, because if you phrased it just like, but when they are forgotten, then you're not actually carrying the spiritual message that they're saying. Like, they aren't just saying, like, oh, you have to keep the memory alive. They literally believe that that is not death. Like, it's specific to me, it's specifically the fact that they are referring to this state of being, of existing in memory as being not death.
だから俺たちは肉体が終わりを迎える前に墓を建てる。皆の心の中で永遠に生き続けるために。
Right, because they're even talking about it like this, right? Like, they don't even refer to the concept here as death. Right? We build a tomb before our bodies reach their end. So that we may live forever in the hearts of others. It's honestly, it's like that we may live forever in everyone's hearts. Like, the wording there is incredibly important to me. Right? They don't even describe the process of dying as, like, meeting our end or something like that. Right? They just say, before our bodies reach their end. Yeah, and then I look over at the English. We do not conceive of death as others do. For us, a person does not die when their heart ceases to beat, but only when they are no longer born in the hearts of all who know them. That is why we build our sepulchres before age or mishap claim us, that we might etch ourselves into the living chronicle for all eternity. Congratulations, you didn't understand anything that they fucking said. You didn't understand a fucking word these dudes said. You cannot have them say, age or mishap claims us. It doesn't. It doesn't claim them. They're specifically only referring to their physical bodies, which they view as insignificant. Notice that in the Japanese, they talks very dismissively about the body being not very important. And they don't talk about it being the living chronicle, they say live. They're still talking about the self. That we may live forever. It's still talking about an individual conception of life and death.
これは俺の親しい友人の墓でな。彼の肉体は数年前にその役目を終えたが、友人は今でも俺の心の中で生きている。
Like, this is supposed to be literal. They don't mean this figuratively, they mean this literally. This is what they actually believe. Yeah, this is my close friend's tomb. Like, it's this yakume o oeta. Like, they don't even say, like, they don't even use a final term for this. Right? They say his body, like, fulfilled its usefulness, or, like, fulfilled its role. But my friend still lives on within my heart. Like, this is all literal. Yeah, and then the English for that, this grave belongs to a good friend. His mortal vessel ended its journey some years ago, but he lives within me even now. You can't use the term mortal vessel. The dismissive terminology for nikutai, yakume o oeta. I'm gonna stop looking at the English now. That's enough English for today.
あの中には俺の墓もあるんだ。
My grave is what among them too.
墓がある限り俺の存在は残り続ける。友人のように墓に刻まれた絵文字を読んだ者の心の中で生きていくことができるからな。
Yeah, so long as the grave stands. And my... Yeah. It's the ore no sonzai. The whole sonzai thing. It's... The problem is that they don't just specifically say ore wa nokori tsuzukeru. They say ore no sonzai wa nokori tsuzukeru. There's a slight differentiation there. Or whatever, I'm just gonna say, so long as the grave stands, I will live on. Or I will remain. Yeah, like my friend, I will live on in the hearts of those who read the engravings upon it. Essence I don't really like. Essence is again a... The problem is that you don't want to use any term that diminishes the reality of the situation, if that makes any sense, right? You don't want to use terms like, oh, my essence, like the memory of me, because they truly seem to believe that that does constitute life, right? That is life, that they are living on. It's not like a... If you put it in any other terms, then it sounds like something that they're just being kind of wistful about, that they don't actually fully believe. Which is why it's also so important to utilize the actual language that they use regarding their bodies. The body they do not view as important. And so you can't have any terminology, any language that elevates the importance of the body or lowers the reality of the state of life they're claiming to continue in. Yeah, they literally believe that so long as they are, like, so long as they are remembered, that they are literally alive. It's not like a, oh, my spirit lives on, the memory of me lives on. No, they view it literally as life. Like, that is a mode of life that is indistinguishable from their current mode of life, is what I'm reading that as. Right? Like, there is no difference. Being alive by being remembered in the hearts of the, like, those who currently have bodies versus being alive by currently having a body yourself are the same thing. They're both life. And the only death is not being remembered. And I would imagine that they would view the concept of, like, oh, the grave exists somewhere but no one currently has read it as the equivalent of being asleep. Like, that would be the natural extrapolation from that. It's the equivalent of being asleep. You'll be reawoken once you are remembered once more. Like, that's where I assume they're going with this. Like, they're probably going to go into that and have, like, Wuklamat is probably going to ask, like, but what if, you know, your grave exists but nobody has read it?
FFXIV族の死に対する考え方は、もともとあなたたちが持っていたものだったの?
Huh. That's an interesting question. So, it's like, is this concept of death something the Yokofui have always held? Like, is this a recent development or is this just like a constant?
忘れじの神王に行ってみるといい。そこで我らの歴史を知ることで、今の問いの答えが見えてくるだろう。
忘れじの... Oh, 忘れじの神王. Fuck. Wait a second. Oh, what do you do for wasureji? Wasureji? Oh, this is a pain in the ass. Is that... Okay, hold on, Dak, if you're still here. Is this wasureji? Like... Is that like wasurenu? Hold on, I need to... I don't think I've seen this form. Oh, yeah, I just looked it up. Archaic, negative conjugation. Mai. ないだろう apparently. するのは良くない ないだろう Okay. So that's like, that doesn't even make it even... So, 忘れることはないだろう。忘れたくない。忘れられない. There's a lot of different answers in fucking Yahoo. I probably shouldn't be looking at Japanese Yahoo answers. Let's check another option here. Okay, it means like, yeah, いつまででも忘れないだろう. Yeah, unforgettable, like that which cannot be forgotten. Or like that which must not be forgotten. But then Shio... It's like unforgettable depths. Maybe, what, is that the German into English MTL? French. Yeah. I don't know, yeah, I think you might go with unforgotten depths or something like that. And by learning of our history there, you'll find the answer to your question.
なら、そっちにも行ってみようぜ。もっと知りたくなってきたからな。
No, I mean, the name actually does, I think, matter. The name matters to me because it illustrates what is important to them, right? It illustrates their values, the thing that they view as the most important. But yeah, it is interesting to see that in the Japanese are really, like, they really stuck to the concept there. You know, they talk in a very calloused way. It's not really callous, but they say, like, you know, hearing people say when like, his body outlived its usefulness, or it fulfilled its role. That's it. No one rests here. When our bodies fulfill their role, they're burned and the ashes are scattered in the mountains of Orkopacha. We do not die. Like, to me at least, in the English when you read it over, it sounds like a sort of, like they're saying it knowingly, right? Like they're saying, oh, this is what we believe, even though it might not really be literally exactly true. Whereas in the Japanese, it comes across as a statement of fact. It comes across as a firm statement of belief. We do not believe that we die. Like, you may believe that when your heart stops, that means that you die. We do not believe that. And they stand by it. And, like, the concept itself isn't some, like, completely groundbreaking thing. It's a fairly common trope. But it's executed well. Yeah, let's go too. I really do want to know more. The way the Yokofu live is just so different than us. The next line from him.
こちらこそ話を聞いてくれて感謝する。俺の存在を君たちの心に残すことができたのだから。忘れじの信号はこの道の先だ。気をつけていきなさい。
Yeah, so honestly, sonzai, I would almost go with self for this sonzai. Like, it's hard. It's really hard. So, to give you the literal, sonzai is like existence, being, right? Really self. Like, a thing, a living being. Yeah, thank you for, listening to me as well. Like, I have, like, as now, like, myself will remain in your hearts. You know, my being, myself. Like, I'm totally down for these style of tropes as long as you actually, like, stick to it, you know? It's the sort of thing that I've seen a very large amount of times in fiction, and it's usually like, okay. It's a fairly stock, like, different way for a culture to view death. But, like, you have to stick with it. That's the whole point, is that you have to stick with it. You can't half-ass it. You can't, like, you can't have them make statements that sound as though they do not fully believe what they're saying. These are people for whom this is their reality. They wouldn't be putting it in ways that jeopardized that.
お待ちしていました。これまでのカフイ族と話したことがなかったからな。彼らがああいう死生観を持ってる部族とは知らなかった。
So, okay, let me give an example, right? Like, a very, very simple example was, let's say that you had a group of people who are supposedly polytheistic and do not believe in a concept of any sort of, like, good or bad afterlife, right? Like, let's say that they just did not believe in that whatsoever. Maybe they think, maybe there's, like, reincarnation or something along those lines, maybe. But, like, they don't have the idea of good people get rewarded, bad people get punished, right? In that case, you are not going to write things about them saying, like, oh, so-and-so deity, forgive me. I must atone. Right? They're not going to say things like that because that is not part of their belief structure. You gotta stick to it.
人は肉体的な終わりを迎えても誰かの心の中で生き続けるか。
生き続ける. Like, Kururu here is just spelling it out to you. It's even after they reach their physical end, like their body reaches the end, they continue to live on in the heart of another. Let us once again check the English. I'm relapsing immediately.
だとしたら、ガラフおじいちゃんも私の心の中で生きているってことになるのよね。そう考えると少し温かな気持ちになってくるのはなぜかしら。
That's a really good line. So this in the English was to not only be remembered, but to live on inside the hearts of others. No, those are one and the same, actually. You seem to have not understood the line there, English Kururu. If it's possible, then grandfather surely lives on inside mine. 'Tis a comforting thought. No. No, she isn't saying if that's possible. She's saying, like, in that case, or, like, in that belief system, right? The dato shitara there is basically saying, like, so to them, in their belief system, then, that would mean that Grandpa Godoffer would still be alive in my heart. I'm trying to think of the way that you would put the second line. Like, thinking of that, I wonder why, it makes me feel a little warm inside. It's an emotional response. Yay.
あのさ、佇む事象で出会ったやつから、ここに来るよう勧
What do
め
they
られ
call
た
this
んだ
place
け
in
ど
the
よ。
English thing? One second, sorry. I'm sorry, they just call it proof? Wait, did they just call it proof? Wait, what? Proof? Proof. It's just one word, proof. Go to proof. No, I meant this name, this one. They just called it just proof. Oh my fucking god. It's terrible. Let's stop. Let's stop. Like, so again, with more context, this tatazumu jisho is like, tatazumu is to stand. Like, to stand still. And jisho is proof of self. Right? Honestly, you would probably call it the standing monuments. Or if it was going to be anything, it would be the standing proof. You know, if you're going to use the word proof. We were told to come here.
再市長の命により、あなた方をお待ちしておりました。我が家系は、語り部としてこの壁画に描かれた伝承を、祖先により継承しております。
Okay, we've been... by order of the High Priest, we've been waiting for you. As storytellers, my family has... inherited... the legends depicted in these... Like, the legends depicted here, left behind by our ancestors. I believe that the way that it works is that they just have the EN team write down the place names from... They just do English into the Eorzan script. Because they think it looks cooler. This is like the 5th time that we've seen ancient murals on a cave
随
wall.
分立派な壁画ね。もしかして、これは、ヨカフイ族の歴史を描いてるの？
And it's quite a wonderful mural. These depict the history of the Yokafui.
その通り、あなた方には、試練に臨む前に知っていただきたいのです。我らヨカフイ族の、これまでのあり方を。
Before you, face the trial, I want you all to know the past, the way the Yokafui have lived.
ああ、望むところだぜ。ぜひ聞かせてくれよ。
Yeah, it's exactly what we were looking for. Please. Love to hear
で
it.
は、早速。
So then.
これは、ヨカフイ族の隆盛期を描いた壁画です。伝承によれば、1100年以上もの大昔とのこと。
The thing is that I don't actually think that it's a problem to have this as a recurring story beat, because it kind of establishes, it works within the core theming and concept for the entire setting. Like, it would make sense that all of these different peoples would have similar culture. In the whole divided world thing. It makes sense. having it be recurring is actually not a problem. I don't think at all. It's just kind of like, oh look, we're doing it again. Also, that does not appear to be directly actually painted onto the rock. It looks like there's like a weird opacity filter on it. This mural depicts the like age of prosperity of the Yokofui. Dates back to what, over like 1,100 years ago.
その圧倒的な力をもとに、ヨカ、トラルの
Was it 1100
支配下
年?
に収めたと言います。
Does that actually just mean, I'm assuming it just means very long. But it probably means 1,100. Okay, yeah, it is said that the Yokofui, blessed with physical strength surpassing the other races, used that overwhelming power to bring what the majority of most of Yokotora under their
多
control.
くの部族を制圧した祖先たちは、さらなる勢力の拡大を狙い、北を目指した。
Our ancestors who, having conquered many races, aim to further expand their power and dominion and headed north.
そのサカトラル出征の様子を描いたのがこちらの壁画。船では渡れぬ海峡を渡るため、祖先たちは100年の歳月をかけ、北へ渡る大橋を完成させました。
Okay, this mural depicts the expedition, the like campaign of to Sakatorara. They couldn't cross the strait by boat. Our ancestors spent 100 years building a bridge to the north.
トライオラに今も残ってる造法や血橋のことだよな。あんなでかい橋まで作ってサカトラルに攻め入るだなんてやることが大きすぎるぜ。
The bridge name. It's like what, Eternal Bridge? Yeah, whatever. The Zogo Eternal Bridge, still in Toraora. Yeah, building such a massive bridge and then invading Sokatora. That's like so ambitious.
あれ、
Like
で
some
もあっち
ambition.
側の大陸にヨカフイ族がいるなんて聞いたことないぞ。
Huh? Wait, but I've never heard about there being any Yokofui on that side of the continent.
次の壁画をご覧いただければ、その疑問も解消されるでしょう。
If you look to the next mural, that should answer that question. He says it in a bit of a strange way.
これはヨカフイ族が大勢倒れているように見えるけれど、サカトラルの出征時に一体何が起こったというの？
I see a lot of Yokotora or Yokofui people fallen. What exactly happened during the Sakatora campaign?
1000年ほど前に行われた出征において、サカトラルに足を踏み入れた祖先たちを待っていたのは、正体不明の病でした。
Okay, we're being a little bit... We're doing a lot of the American tropes. Back to back to back, but whatever. It's fine. You can do it as a treat. I was kind of joking when I referenced this before, but okay, they're going for it. And our ancestors who set foot in Sakatoro, nearly 1,000 years ago, on their campaign were met with a unidentified or unknown disease.
病気か。
Disease.
これは特段、新しい病ではありませんでした。 現地で暮らすトナワータ族やシャトナ族にとっては、季節ごとに流行る、
Okay,
ちょっと
this
した
is
風邪程度のもの。
so. To people who are American, this would seem like a little bit on the nose and obvious, but you have to remember, this is like the rough equivalent of if you had like a Japanese-inspired thing and you started talking about like, you did like a fantasy version of, like, you know, kamikaze. You know, you got the Mongols and they're getting like wiped out at sea. You got like a fantasy version of that. That was not a new novel disease for the Tonawata and Shatona people live in the area. It's yeah, to them it's a mild seasonal cold, nothing
と
more.
ころが、ヨカフイ族が感染すると、なぜか、命を奪い去るほどの恐ろしい力を発揮しました。
However, when the Yokafui became infected, it displayed incredible power. Enough to take their lives.
こうして、同胞の実に9割が、北の大地で命を落とし、生き残った者も、子が生まれづらくなる後遺症に苦しんだのです。
Okay, so, as a result, 90% of our, you know, compatriots of our people lost their lives in the north, and those who survived suffered what, after effects that made it difficult to bear children, to have children.
異国の地で耐性のない病にかかると、現地民よりも強く症状が現れることがある。サカトラル出生が失敗に終わったのも、頷ける話だ。
Yeah, if you contract the disease, you have absolutely no resistance to it, avoid it. And symptoms would be more severe than which the locals would experience. It's understandable that the campaign into Sakutoral ended in failure.
遺体を土葬せず、火葬するようになった要因でもありそうだね。
I mean, they're doing like an inversion of the whole smallpox thing. Ah. That's an interesting statement. That may be one of the reasons why they like began cremating bodies rather than burying them.
最後の壁画は、ここオルコパチャを描いたもの。
I really like the little smiley face on the
多
sun.
くの同胞を失った祖先たちは、故郷である、この山へと戻ってきました。
That might be something else, but I really like the little smiley face on the sun there. Okay, the final mural depicts Orkopalta, where after losing so many of their fellow comrades, their compatriots in the war in Sakutora, they finally returned home, to their home in the mountains.
そもそも、私たちが戦い続けていたのは、このオルコパチャの平和を守るためだったのです。
In the first place, the reason why we continued to fight, to fight our war, was to maintain, protect the peace of Orkopacha.
はるか昔、ヨカフイ族の始祖は、この大陸に、我らとは違う見た目、違う考え方を持った部族がいると知りました。そしていつか彼らが、私たちの元へ攻めてくると考えた。
A long time ago, the ancestors of the Yokofui learned that there were races on this continent who looked differently, thought differently to us, and believed that one day, they may come, or they would come and attack us.
故に、先に、こちらから撃って出ることにしたのです。ですが、そうして、戦い続ければ戦い続けるほど、本当に欲しかった平和は遠ざかっていった。
And therefore we decided to strike first. However, the longer we fought, the further away that peace that we truly wished for became. It's like the further away it grew,
そし
maybe.
て、サカトラル出生が失敗に終わって故郷に戻った時、祖先たちは、ようやく気づいたのです。
So then when the campaign, the expedition, you might say, into Sakatoro failed. They all returned home, our ancestors finally realized.
私たちが望んだものは、初めからここにあったのだ、と。生まれ育った場所で、記憶を石に刻みながら生きる。それこそが、私たちにとっての真の平和だったのです。
We're doing the classic Disney adventure thing. The thing that you were looking for was with you the whole time. They're being quite... The gems don't matter. The gems don't matter. They have never mattered. They're not going to matter. That's what they're going for here. What we wanted was here with us all along. To live, where we were born and raised, to carve our memories, like to live alongside our memories carved into stone. That to us was true peace. No, actually, the middle line was like, to live where we were born and raised, carving our memory into stone. Hey, also, that's like the maybe those little, hang on. How many people were in the United Kings party? Was it 7? Was it 7? Is each one of those stones representative of one of the, like, allies, compatriots of the United King? Do they, like, actually have some of their memories engraved into them or something? Is that what we're doing here? Is that what we're fucking doing here? Because you see, I see Kyokoを石に刻みながら生きる? Like, and that really, you do actually need to get the direction of the verb here correct. Like, to live here where we were born and raised, carving our memory into stone. Like, it's the act of you yourself are carving those memories into stone.
戦い続ける限り、目の前の平和に気づくことができない。
平和. Notice that Wuklamata is specifically using the word peace. So long as you keep fighting, you'll never notice the peace that was right in front of you the whole time.
私の話はこれで終わりです。我らヨカフイ族の歴史、お分かりいただけましたか?
And that is all that I have to say. Have you come to understand the history of the Yokafui?
お前たちがこれまでどうやって生きてきたのか、そしてこれからどうやって生きていきたいのか、同じ国に生きる同胞として確かに受け取った。
How you all have lived your lives and how you wish to live from now on. The last line is one of those very Japanese lines that's difficult to get right. It's like, what is someone who shares this country with you? I understand.
ならば今こそ果たしましょう。最主張は、かの霊峰、ウォーコーゾーモ王の山頂にて、あなた方をお待ちしています。
Okay, then allow me to reveal who you, the high priest, head priest, waits you at the summit of the whole sacred mountain. Wokozomo.
へ、やっぱあの山を登ることになんのかよ。上等だぜ。それでこそ王を決める試練だ。
I knew we'd have to climb that mountain. It's a perfect trial.
暴行増
You know,
毛への
fitting
入
for a
り口
king.
は、ここ出て、
Yeah.
南に進んだ先。山頂までの道には、霊毛な獣や魔法生物
See
が
that
多く
mountain? You
生
can
息
climb
し
it.
ています。
Okay. Please be
あ
careful.
ありがとよ。壁画について教えてくれたこともな。
Okay. Yeah. Thanks, and thanks for telling us about the murals. Teaching us about the murals.
それじゃ行こうぜ。
Okay, let's go. Man, there's a lot of things in there that I want to check the English for, but like I also just really don't. We've already kind of established that they're just really missing stuff. So, something that is actually interesting though is this is going to be, hang on, you mind if can a white boy go on a little bit of a rambling rant? So I've heard unironically from some people that they like told people about the missing foreshadowing, and those people's responses was something along the lines of like, oh, well, if it's that obvious in the Japanese, I kind of prefer it in the English where it's like a mystery. But the thing is that because I'm having to translate lines, that kind of naturally means that I'm having to pay more attention to every individual line. And also just not being a native speaker means that I can't really skim as easily. And so, there was actually another Japanese message by Eri Muitoko on YouTube saying that she didn't really notice the like foreshadowing and the importance of the terms that were here when she was playing through in English or playing through in Japanese, because like if you're just playing through and you're just reading lines as you go, like if you do that in English for things, right? You're not like analyzing every single name and every single word and every single choice. You just kind of read stuff. But that makes it even more ridiculous when they translate things like, Deo to dawn serpent, or, do things like what they just did to the Yokofue back there. Through the course of translation, like, reading the lines and having to translate them should make you more aware of intended foreshadowing and wordplay and things like that. You have to actually think about them in order to put them into English.
上等とは言ったけどよ、ここまでひたすら坂を上り下りして足がパンパンだぜ。
Yeah, it's just like, oh man, I said I was excited, but we're going up and down all these hills all day. My legs are so sore.
ふう、さすがにこれだけの山道となると空気が薄いこともあって息が上がるわね。
And up on in a mountain like this, the air's really thin. You feel like you're out of breath.
ってあなたいつからそこに？言っとくけど全然疲れてなんかないから。
hey, how long have you been there? Look, I'm not tired at all.
ほらほら、アルフィのたちに置いていかれないよう先に進むわよ。
Yeah, come on, let's get going. Make sure all of you others don't leave us behind. Good bit. So it's not necessarily that the foreshadowing in Japanese is like super obvious or anything. It's just there. Like it just actually exists. Some of the foreshadowing stuff I would say is a little bit more obvious than others, but it's not necessarily the sort of thing that where if it was translated perfectly, that everybody who would play the game in English would just immediately know exactly what's gonna happen, right? Cringe incoming?
壁画の語り部が言ってたよな。戦い続ければ戦い続けるほど本当に欲しかった平和は遠ざかっていったってさ。
The storyteller said, the more they fought, the more that peace they really wanted. Like the further away that peace that they truly wanted became.
ゾラージャ兄さんも 墓の試練に挑んでるなら、きっと同じ話を聞いてるはずだよな。
I'm sure if Zoraja takes the trial of the tomb as well, he's gonna hear the same thing.
だったら、戦をもって人々に平和の価値を思い起こさせるなんて考えは思い直してくれねえかな。
I don't think that it's intentional. I think that, like, a lot of it really does seem to just come down to a combination of, you know, you got some reading comprehension issues and you got some I don't give a shit issues. And so then, I wonder if he'll actually rethink, you know, using war to try to remind people of the value of peace. Okay, name of the quest is just the head priest. Uhur. This name is such a pain in the ass. Damn, we're going all the way.
めちゃくちゃ高えな。今からこれを登んのか。
Well, come on, you're very excited about this. There's no way this is gonna go well. Whoa, it's so tall, it's so high. Are we seriously gonna climb it? Oh.
バーデーゴマドラヨルコーロが
What? I'm sorry, did we, huh? Did we... I thought... What? Oh, YouTube's dying? Then I will wait for it to pass. For a second. I haven't had frame drops in a while, but since when do they talk like this? Is this like a different group of Yokofui? This is like, what, tell me, or we must know. Are you all from Toraiora? Oh. Okay, let me... Yeah, we still got, like, hella frame drops, so... Considering that, and considering... there's apparently a dungeon coming up, or something along those lines. I gotta go to the bathroom again. Too much caffeine today. I will be right back. Hopefully, YouTube decides to stop freaking out by then. Don't go nowhere. Oh my god, YouTube is still freaking out. Why? Why? How much did they mangle the memory? Completely. It's entirely, yeah, completely gone. Please, YouTube, I beg you. I beg you, YouTube. Why are you like this? Huh? Oh, is it stabilizing? It's stabilized? No. Huh? Come on. Come on, you can do it. YouTube, you can do it. I believe in you. Please. Give me frames once more. Uh. Dude, I'm just looking over at the... I'm just looking over at the uprate. It's just like, it's hovering right at the peak, and it's like, ooh, ooh, ooh. It's gonna stabilize. It's gonna stabilize. And it just doesn't stabilize. I think it's stabilized. It appears to have maybe... Nope. I'm losing my mind. I'm going to fucking lose it. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna freak out. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. I'm freaking out. Alright. It was stable for a solid 10 seconds, and I went to turn away to be like, alright, let's get back to it. Immediately starts freaking out again. So, in any case... I'm sorry, what in the fuck? So, while we're doing this, while YouTube is freaking out, let me just go over the lines that we just did in English, because I got nothing else to do. Gods, that is one tall mountain, and we're supposed to climb it? This first line in the English is apparently, do not expect to walk here unchallenged. Tell me, stunted ones, did those short legs bring you all the way from Tulioli? What? What? Who? Who is? So that was, now that things are stable again, I can stop looking at the English. Oh.
ところどころしか聞き取れないが、ヨカフイ族の古語のようだ。
Yeah, what, I could only make out parts of that, but it's the, yeah, ancient language of the Yokofui.
やはり通人か。ヘドが出そうだが、貴様らにもわかるよう、トライオラ公用語を使ってやろう。
I'm sorry, these guys suck immediately. I see you cannot understand. As revolting as it is, I'll use the official language of Toraiola so that you can understand.
貴様ら、継承の儀とやらの参加者だな。
You all are participants in that ceremony of succession. In that ceremony of succession, aren't you? Are you not?
まあそうだけど。
See, okay, this is why I find Wokomat still endearing. She's not, like, ridiculously stupid, but she just has these moments of, like, come on. She doesn't immediately go on guard, right? She's still quite naive, and yeah, it's cute. Like, that's the way to describe it. She's just like, huh? Yeah, we are. Like, ma, soul dakedo. It's like, huh? Well, yeah, we are. Uh-huh. Just very casually and upbeat.
ならば貴様らを亡き者とすれば、トライオラは時代の為政者を失うということか。
Okay. 亡き者とすれば。Okay. How do you even do this in English? This is a very ridiculous way of saying kill you. But also, what are you even gonna do, man? I feel like you get, like, a single speck of dust in one of those eyes and you're just dead. Right? Like, I'm on Picto right now. Like, some of this oil paint gets in one of those eyes and you're done for, buddy. It's like if we were, in English, you would probably say, like, if we were to deliver you unto your death. So then, if we were to deliver you unto your death. Like, Torayora would lose its next ruler. Like the next generation of its rulers.
なんか感じ悪いじゃねえか。これまで出会ったヨカフイ族とは違う事情がありそうだな。
Yeah, なんか風悪いじゃねえか。Honestly, this is like, yeah, don't really like the sound of that. You know, that doesn't seem like she is aware of what is being said here. It's just kind of like a little bit of a fun little deflection, right? It's not like she doesn't understand that she's being threatened necessarily. But it's really just like, yeah, I don't really like the sound of that. I guess you know they're different from the other Yokofui we've met so far.
グルージャジャの下僕となった恥知らずともと一緒にしてもらっては困る。
Do not, yeah, do not lump us in with those, what, shameless ones who have lowered themselves to be servants of Guru Jaja.
我らチーワグーエンデンを拠点とするヨカフイ族は再び大陸の覇者となり、かつての栄華を取り戻すべく戦う偉大な一族だ。
What, we the Yokafui of the, what, Chiwago salt fields? Are... What a great... I mean, you would say great clan, probably. You know, we fight to restore the continent to its former glory. Or we fight to restore our former glory as rulers of this continent.
オーラーの残響に暮らすヨカフイ族とは別の一派ということか。
Yeah, completely different sect than the Yokofui who live in Wola's Echo. Then.
あいつらは軟弱者じゃねえし、親父の下僕でもねえよ。
Yeah. Yeah, they're not weak, and they're not my old man's, you know, my father's servants.
ただ気づいただけだ。本当に欲しかった平和は最初からここにあったんだってな。
And they just realized. It's like they just figured it out, or they just realized that the peace they really wanted was here the whole time.
それこそ軟弱者の言い訳に過ぎん。1000年以上も受け継がれてきた悲願から目をそらし、先祖たちの思いを忘れ去った恩知らずどもだ。
Yeah, he's kind of going hard. And that's nothing more than, like, the excuses of the weak. Oh shit, I accidentally skipped that line. 1 second.
一族の悲願は我がこの手で掴み取る。
Yeah, okay, so the whole memory thing is coming into play for these guys as well, with that previous line. Like, they are ungrateful. They have forgotten and turned a blind eye to the wishes and desire, like to the deepest wishes of their ancestors, which they ought to have inherited. Okay, hold on. We've got two distinct statements, but it's in a very long sentence. So, the first one is they've turned their eyes away from the... like, from that ambition, from that aspiration that has been passed down for 1,000 years, and have forgotten the wish, you know, the memories, the hearts of their ancestors. It's those two statements put together in a way that sounds natural. So, we've got the whole inheritance, we've got memory forgetting. That's the whole thing that we're doing here. Yes, it is quite a mouthful. There's a way that you could make that cleaner, but these sort of run-on sentences are always... they're not actually run-on sentences in Japanese, but they end up being run-on sentences in English. Unless you do some... You gotta do a little bit of fiddling. But not too much, so you fuck it up. It's like they are hopeless. It's like what I will seize are like ancestors' hopes with my own hands. With our own hands, maybe. Okay, I don't want to fight. In that case, simply die. Okay, so give me a line that I can pause on for a second here, so I could get that previous line. Oh, that guy just got rolled. Okay, so the previous line was... like, let the end of... like, your life, you abhorrent princess of Toraora, be the signal. Be the beacon to signal our offensive. You know, like, that's gonna... they're gonna assassinate the princess, and that's going to inspire everyone else to rise up and fight. Okay, bird, monster, walk us all off. It heard and, yeah, came to hunt us. Come down here. I'll finish you off first. Yeah, I mean, they're just trying to restore... They're trying to take back their former empire, kingdom, etc. I made it. Again, that's a little bit of a cliche thing, but this is why I'm like, oh, classic Disney hero shit, right? The character was very kind and true to their beliefs, to the point of even being willing to help out their enemies. What is the meaning of this? Or what are you trying here? Yeah, like... this is the thing that's supposed to make... this is the thing that's supposed to make this character endearing. the doyu tsumori da. You could either go with, like, what are you trying to prove, or what is the meaning of this? What are you trying to do here? And the answer is, you said, I'm not nothing. I was just kind of on reflex. Right? She doesn't, like, give it any real import. Literally just 勝手に身体が動いただけさ. And nothing. It was just kind of on instinct.
それにお前らが死んじまったら二度と話せねえだろ。話せなきゃお前らのことを知ることもできなくなっちまう。私はお前らのことが知りてえんだ。
Yeah, and if you died, I'd never be able to talk to you again. And if I can't talk to you, I can't get to know you. And I want to. I'd never get to know anything about you, and I want to.
知るだと何のためにだ
No, you say. Why? No, to what end, maybe? For what purpose?
何のためにって、そりゃ
I mean, to what end? I mean...
同じ大陸で生きるお前らのことを好きになりてえからだよ。
This is again classic Euro lines, very kind of cliche, but the 好きになりてえだてえからだよ. This is okay. This is me not being the #1 Dontrell defender in the world for a second. I think this is a bit cheesy. In the English, or even in the Japanese, this is cheesy, right? Like, alright, come on. Not to the point of being like, oh man, this is, like, what the fuck is this shit? But like, alright. We're really going with this. Yeah, it's pretty shonen manga protagonist. Which isn't necessarily bad, but it's, again, feels like some Disney adventure movie shit. for better and for worse. The problem is that this skinny norite kara in Japanese that just flows off naturally, but I don't know what exactly you would do. You don't say like, oh, I want to be friends with you. No. That is not the meaning. You don't say friends. This should not be friends. You do not translate this to friends. They fucking translated it to friends, didn't they? That isn't what this means. You might go with care. You might go with care about, right? You know, we live on the same continent together. I want to care about you. To care about you guys, all of you. You probably say care, maybe. But tsuki is, you know, just like.
そいつの具合はどうだ?
How are they doing? How's he doing?
命に別状はないよ。しかし、歩けるようになるまでもう少しかかりそうだ。
Its injuries aren't life-threatening, but it'll be a bit longer before he can walk.
よし。ならアルフィノはそいつの治療を続けててくれ。私らは膀胱増毛を目指す。
Alright, then Alfino, please keep treating him. We'll wait for the summit of Okozomo.
ああ、わかった。 気をつけて行ってきてくれ。
Alright. Please, be careful. I could see people being upset about this, where they're like, oh, these guys just tried to kill you, why would you leave Alfino alone with them? I actually see this as I actually kind of like that. Because Alfino should be, like, well outside of, like, well outclassing these dudes, right? Any of us probably could stay behind and hold off these guys, and there'd be jack shit they would be able to actually do. And I'm totally fine with them depicting it as such.
こんなことで我らは悲願を捨てたりはせんぞ。
We won't give up. We won't give up our ambitions because of something like this. Something like, as trivial as this.
それでいいさ。私を殺してえならいくらでも受けて立ってやる。だからお前も一族の長なら今は仲間の心配をしろ。
And that's fine. If you want to try and kill me, you could try as many times as you want. Yeah, but if you're the leader of this clan of yours, right now you should be worried about that friend of yours. Comrade of yours.
これだけの山ともなれば、俺の知らない生き物も多く生息してるはずだ。梅雨払いは頼んだぞ。
Oh my god, Tsuyuharai. Oh, that's a really fun word. That's a really fun word. I mean, it's just clear the way, but that's so much less... Yeah, there isn't an equivalent fun term that you can use in English for that, unfortunately. You might say set the stage or something, but that's pushing it a bit. Yeah, with the mountain this big, there's plenty of things living up there that I don't know anything about. Up to you to clear the way.
行くぞ。こいつを登った先にグーフールーがいるはずだ。
Let's go. A guru who should be waiting for us at the top. But also, her doing that specifically, doing that little bit, really is supposed to make you... It's supposed to have her remind you of Guru Zata, right? It's the sort of thing he would have done. Let's say, yeah, bring it on. Go for it, man.
彼の手当ては任せ。一族の悲願を叶える、その先駆けとして、トライオラの王女の命を奪うはずが、逆に助けられるとは、何たる不覚。この借りを返さないうちには、貴様らの仲間に手を出しはせん。
Yeah, we were, planning on taking the life of the Princess of Toraora, but she saved us instead. Yeah. It says, yeah, I will not lay a hand on this, your ally until this debt has been repaid. I mean, with all of these, you really gotta go in with... You gotta go in with the NPCs. It takes so much longer, though. But you gotta. But it takes so fucking long. I know for a fact that whichever one I choose, I'm going to regret it the other way. Red Mage Healer Alize. No, yeah, this is the dream team. This is all of the most fun characters all together. Yay. Ooh. What is that for kanji? It's this, that's a fun one. That's like ascend the highest peak. Okozomo. I probably should have like a cold weather glam on or whatever right now, but it's fine. Warrior of Light probably just, you know, you just got like a transcendence aura going on at all times. You're totally chilling no matter where you are. Oh! Look at them! Whatever those things were, I love them. What were those things? I want one. What is that? What is that? Look at that. Look at it. No Warbler? It's adorable. I love them. I don't want to do this, but I must. I'm sorry. Yeah, so I really like, now that you actually have the whole rainbow drip thing, I actually find that I don't like Picto as much. Because it means, like, what, your optimal pull is going to be something like, what, pre-pull you hardcast rainbow drip. You use the pom-pom one, immediately repaint so that you can use so you can use Moglin Moguri Storimu or whatever. It's so weird and awkward and I don't like it. I hate buff windows. I hate buff windows. I hate things being on a 2-minute rotation. Oh, you gotta make sure you put every single one of your abilities into this 20-second window that only shows up every 2 minutes, and for the rest of it, you're pressing one button. But you gotta make sure you don't fuck up that once every 20 minutes thing, otherwise you do no damage. Fuck you. I'm being entirely serious. All of my criticisms are entirely completely from the heart. Fight me. I hate that shit, man. I hate it. I should just play Viper or something. I need to find a DPS that I can play without just, like, losing my fucking mind. Like, there, I didn't do it right. I should have done it with the other one first. I should have done the other one first. I don't even know if it's... People were saying it's on 2 or on 3. I don't know which one it is. And look, now I've got Rainbow Drip. Yay. But you want to do it a little bit faster so you can actually fit the Rainbow Drip into the buff. You can force bigger pulls. But does it actually go faster? Because that's the thing. That's the thing that I have heard, is that... I don't know how accurate this is. I heard it once and then I immediately incorporated it into my belief system. Which is that the damage that your teammates do scales with your damage. Who cares? Just freestyle? Are you an artist or a conformist? See, that's the thing that people very much forget, is that most of art is actually following the rules. Like, most of art is rules. It's not actually about individuality, it's about recognizing patterns and doing things the right way. I would imagine it's just that they do a fixed low damage rotation. I don't know who I heard it from. I heard it from somebody that, like, no matter how much damage you do, they either make up or slow down to match you. Like, if you're doing no damage, they start doing more damage. If you're doing a ton of damage, they start doing no damage. And so it ends up so that NPC clear times are basically always exactly the same. Don't know who told me that, don't know where I heard it from. Oh my god, look at it. Yokotete. Why are we doing this to me? Why is every single dungeon boss in this expansion the cutest thing I've ever fucking seen in my life? あれって何?
おやおや旅人さんなんて珍しい。遊んで遊んで。
Oh, hey, it's just saying like, let's play, yay. Wait, you can't actually fit it in. Wait, can you not actually fit it in, though? It centers around. Oh, okay, I'm in there then. I'm in there. Oh my god, look at them. Look at them go. Holy. Oh, shit. I see. No, I should have realized that one. That one was my bad. I was just watching them. I was like, wait a second. I was also just reading chat. Eh. So what? I do this, I immediately repaint. I do this, this, and I've already drifted, whatever. Fuck it. But it's like some shit like that? Okay, what was the tell for this one, for which ones are actually going to attack and which ones aren't? It was ice. I didn't even say. Hammer. Okay, so these guys are gonna freeze. many snowball. Oh, fuck. I went too far. Ah, now we've got a combination of things. There we go. Except I don't get it because I had to step out of the thing. I hate this. I hate this. It's actually, okay, it's lenient. You can just go right back in. So it's like it consumes the entire area. Wait a second. So, do you want to put the hammer into the... So you want to use the entire hammer thing in the buff first before you proc the whole thing. Man, I fucking hate this shit. I hate rotation-based MMOs so much, man. You get the damage buff regardless, so you just want to pop the zone as soon as you can. Like, so the name of the game is just pop the zone. It really does kind of seem like their damage is scaling with mine, and we are, like, more damage is not being done. I'm beginning to feel it, Mr. Krabs. I would say is the best NPC healer in the game. Maybe. I have no strong feelings one way or the other. Also, it is very weird that your mitigation thing is a 2-button combo on this class. Oh, shit! Oh, it's like... Yeah, for you to have caught up with me, I suppose I was, like, playing around too much, or not taking things seriously. Okay, you'll have to find another way. He does actually specifically say, like, I didn't intend on blocking your way, you'll simply have to find another path. Oh. A thing. Wow. I want to go back home. I want to go back to playing White Mage where I got one button. When things were simple. I have really no idea if using that thing on 3 is better, but like I'm getting too many of them. They gotta give you something else to use these for at some point, right? Because it does feel like the main thing with this class is that, like, White Holy just kind of seems like it's just kind of there. Does not appear to be particularly, like, used, other than just like, oh, I need to press a button and I got nothing else to press. Like, I gotta be moving around, I got nothing else. But then it's like, I don't know if I should actually be letting it overcap, or if I, like, really genuinely just don't give a shit about if it does or not. Who knows? Press buttons. Yay. Hooray. Goddamn. Calm down. Minor optimization. If you don't need AoE or movement, you can just let it overcap? Alright. That is good to know. I don't know why we trusted that. Ooh. Ooh. Wait a second. It's the big-ass bird that attacked the Yokofui. I thought this was going to be the final boss. And it seems to be in quite the bad mood. Well, I'm seriously doing this. This is my opener. Stack on top of everybody. Overlap all of the wind. Now we split up. All I say. All I say. That Wukelbot line was like pretty impressive for like, you know, a fucking bird. Ollie say, why here? Go somewhere else. For fuck's sake. Like, I'm not crazy. She should have just gone anywhere else, right? I'm gonna... They're not gonna move. Yeah, I don't know what the actual turn timing there would be. Yeah, like, see, I probably should have tried to make it so I could get another one of the Mog of whatever the fuck's in there instead. I'm just gonna put this down even though I don't know what the hell's going on. I just walked directly into that just because I saw them do it, and I'm like, oh, they must know something that I don't. No, man. Don't stand on the line. I was like, wait a second, is there a problem with being on this side of the line? Not at all, actually. There was no need to paint there. please help me. I will say that does add a certain flavor. It does add a certain flavor to things. Hang on, let's see if we can actually... Let's see if this works. Could you please not interrupt me while I'm attempting to paint? Thank you very much. Being very disruptive. Why did I do single target there? Why did I do single target there? Beam. I cannot tell if this is actually faster. In the slightest. It doesn't really seem to be. There is some fun flavor text to these lines, though. It's not particularly feasible for me to actually, like, translate them because they're going by so fast. But, you know, you've got fun Alize lines, you got fun Wilkama lines, you got fun Kururu lines. They're adding some neat flavor. It feels like going out for this. Yeah, like, I was like, wow, we're up so high. Whoa. Don't fall. Fun. Hang on, let me just give myself the little... Yeah. I cannot tell if this is in any way, shape, or form faster. It kind of feels like I'm just spinning my wheels here. I'm just gonna slam these out, maybe it does something. Also, is it just me, or does it feel like the Pictomancer AoEs are kind of like... the range on them feels kind of small? It seems like there's a lot of moments where even if I'm targeting the central enemy of a pack, the stuff on the outside just kind of still doesn't get hit. Is it just me? It's probably just me. Also, goddamn, these take forever with NPCs. Holy shit. I do know that I died once, but even then, man. Ooh! Oh, that's what we're doing. We gotta reach the summit and go up against the man himself. Holy shit. He does not look very intimidating.
俺は連王の戦者が一人
Yoaso.
ウフル
Stop.
お前たちの
I'm
力
the judge of the United King. Gufuru. I shall test your strength. It's just... like, is it just me or does this guy not look intimidating in the slightest? Okay, yeah, he's huge. We gotta pass the trial. What? Wait, no, I gotta hang on a second here, buddy. I gotta paint. You mind holding up for a second? You probably want to like swift cast that or something so you don't fuck it up, right?
石に刻まれし歴史を知れ
Ah, I fucked up. I accidentally didn't use the proper one.
西への記憶
山々の
荒ぶる山々の憤怒
Ooh. That's fun. All I say, I'm going to fucking lose it if you walk over to me right now. Like, I will crash the fuck out.
西への記録全てを飲み込む濁流を
Okay, yep. All will be, like, consumed.
お前たちの力
But again, he's using memory.
測らせてもらおう 大いなる山よ
この身に力を
この身に力を
Great mountain. Give me strength. So what? Were you supposed to take these? How many of them? What, just split them each? I guess? Not quite sure how many of those I was supposed to take.
魂よ轟き渡れ
Chronicles? No, it's memory, bro. It's... They're all memory. He's been talking about memory the whole fucking time.
耐えるとは
God, that's so annoying. Yeah, that's ancient... Yeah, it's like ancient memory. Memory, memory, memory. Storm. It's like Como Storm or something like that, right? Let's get painting again. They're probably going to give me like some sort of massive downtime segment. Ah, now we're mixing them together, huh? Yeah. Oh, is it? Get the fuck away from me. Oh shit, haymaker. That was not a haymaker. I should have used a hammer charge there because I was actually, you know, I needed the movement. Man, that's lenient. We're still being able to get the rainbow drip. I don't know how the fuck to play this class at all. I'm spending way too long having to look at my bar for the fucking uptime and shit. I should either just go back to white mage or just find the literal, you don't have to think about anything DPS. Is anybody saying anything? Okay, yep, she was just saying like, yeah, we did a really good job. Alright. Yeah, again, boo. Yay. Who's on whatever. Yay. Yay. I really gotta stop doing this with that business. It takes way too fucking long. It's just my brain is melting out of my ears. We're all about to die of altitude sickness.
俺がヨカフイ族の祭司長にして連王の戦者グーフールーだ。
Just... I can't take them seriously with those eyes, man. Like, their mouths are always just kind of all constantly open. Okay. Allow me to introduce myself once more. I'm Gofuru, High Priest of the Yokahui, Head Priest of Yokahui, United King's Judge.
裏の連中よりも随分でかいんだな。
Yeah, you're even... Yeah, it's saying like, wow, you're even bigger than those guys. Damn. Okay, so here's an example of, like, one of those lines, though, from the things that he was saying. He was saying, like... Oh, it is Kiroku. Never mind. It was Kiroku, but, fuck. Ishii no Kiroku yo. What do we do with that? What do we do with that? I did absolutely, like, that's entirely on me. I did mishear that one. It's still not Chronicle, is the thing. But it also isn't memory for that one. That's my bad. I take full responsibility. I just misheard Kiroku as Kyoku. It's still just not Chronicle, though, is the problem. I don't know. I don't know. That one, I don't know. You're even bigger than everybody in the village.
かつては全てのヨカフイ族がこうだったという。だが一族に病が広まってからというもの。俺のような体育で生まれてくる者は稀になった。
Yeah, so but again, this is why they were calling themselves, like, the people of memory, because the whole point here is that this guy is like, I'm assuming this dude actually remembers things. Like, he is literally of a different, like, type than them. It is older and said that, you know, all Yokohui were once like this, but as the disease spread, but amongst our people, it became exceedingly rare for children to be born, like as large as I.
1000年前のサカトラル出生で患ったという伝染病のことだな。壁画にも記されていたが。
That disease, contracted in the Sokotoral campaign 1,000 years ago, it was written about. Yeah, it was described in the murals.
そしてその病こそが黄金鏡の伝説ともつながっている。
Oh, what? And that disease itself is linked to the legend of the City of Gold. With the legend of the thing is that the Ogon Kyo, they are using Kyo to mean like that does mean like town, but it could also mean like land, right? Technically, it might not be like a literal city, you know. But he does say specifically, which is interesting, that the disease is, the illness is linked to the City of Gold.
トラル大陸に広まっている黄金鏡の噂は、あなたたちヨカフイ族が出所だと聞いたわ。まず、それは確かかしら。
Okay, we heard that the rumors about the City of Gold were like spreading throughout the continent of spreading throughout Torare, originated from the Yokahui. First of all, is that true?
正確には俺たちの祖先の原始が掘ったんだがな。
Huh. But to be precise, it began with like a vision our ancestors had? Or like visions our ancestors had? Potentially plural.
サカトラル出生の少し前のことだ。祖先たちは夢の中で黄金に輝く国を見たという。
Okay, it was just before they began the campaign into Sakatoral. My ancestors said that or like it is said that our ancestors in their dreams saw a land, a country. The kuni there is kuni can again be like literally country, but also just mean land. Shining and golden.
永遠を生きる人々が争いも貧しさもなく、ただ幸せなうちに暮らす理想の世界だ。
Ah. Yeah, an ideal or like a perfect world where people live forever in happiness without war or poverty.
この夢を見たのが一人なら、ただの笑い話では
Wait a second.
だが、同時期に数
You told me that these guys
数
are
百の祖先たちが同じ夢を見たことで
these guys descended from the ancients too? That would be
神から
weird.
の啓示だと考えた。
Dude, imagine that you're Emmett Selk and you see somebody like one of your own friends, like, and it turns out to be that guy. Oh, that's rough, man. That's rough. Like, you look at somebody turned into a Lalafell and you're like, that ain't great. But you see, like, they turn into that guy? Ooh. Ugh. That might be what they're getting at. I'm not sure. if only one had the dream, it would have, you know, simply been dismissed, but dozens, hundreds of our ancestors had the same dream. At the same time, the priests then considered it a revelation from God. Notice, though, that he says kami kara keiji. He doesn't say kamigami kara. I'm assuming that that's, like, singular.
そんなことって
That's...
サカトラルへの出征は黄金鏡探索という意味もあったのだ。支配下に置いていた各部族も借り出して大規模な捜索が行われたらしい。
Okay, yeah, the campaign into Sakatora was also done with the intention of searching for the City of Gold, the Golden Land. They carried out a large-scale search. Like, with the, well, with all of the, like, yeah, with the various races under their controlled dominion participating.
なるほどな。そこに巻き込まれた奴らが黄金鏡について語り継いだから、どの部族にも似た伝説が伝わってたわけだ。
Yeah, so everyone who was made to search for it passed down stories about the City of Gold, so that's why all of the various races have similar legends have passed down similar legends. I mean, we kind of softened him up for you, so does this really count?
次の継承候補者が現れたか。ならば、お前たちの力も測らせてもらうぞ。
Another succession candidate has arrived. So then, let me take measure of your strength. Oh, he's got a Red Bull. Chugging it down. The eyes are so creepy. Alright, what, you're ready to go? Alright. Let's get it. Alright, everybody, let's get out of here. I do appreciate the little touch of, he's gotta take a little energy drink. Get ready. Oh, damn. Wait, did it not? How did he do? How did he do?
見事。
Oh, hey.
その力、とくと見せてもらった。ウクラマと王女ともども、墓の試練を超えた証を授けよう。
That's just wonderfully done. As such, yeah, will give you and Princess Wuklamat proof that you have passed the trial of the grave. Trial of the tomb. How does he even hold... That thing must be like a single speck of sand to him. How does he even pick it up?
これで残りはあと3つ。
Only 3 left. Well, no. We need another one. I mean, does he do that little thing where you just kind of like press it into your thumb and just the friction picks it up?
あなた方と競い合えればよかったのですが、爆風ジャジャの襲撃をかわしながらでは望むべくもなく。
Okay, wish that we could have competed with you on but like upon like the cliffs, but you know, we simply couldn't while fending off what Bakuzaza. Apparently they were being targeted.
あの野郎、また汚ねえ真似を。
Now that passer's son of a bitch, he's up to it again.
しかし手出ししてきた割にこちらが応戦してみせたらあっさりと引いていった。一体何が目的だったのやら。
Okay. It's like what he tried to, or like he made his move, but then backed off once we showed we were willing to fight back. I wonder what he was aiming for, what he was aiming at.
目的といえば試練の場として大構造網の山頂を選ばれた理由も気になります。
Speaking of purpose, reason, I'm curious as to why Ogozomo was chosen as the like location for the trial.
今回の試練はあなたを探す過程でヨカフイ族の歴史を知るような構成になっていました。そうであればこの場所にも意味があるのでしょう。
The structure of the trial was such, or it's like the trial was designed to, so like to allow us to learn about the history of the Yokafui as we search for you. In that case, is there some like significance to this place in particular?
ああ、ここは俺たちにとって特別な場所なのだ。
Yes, this place to us is quite special.
周りにあるのってお墓よね。
All of those are graves or tombs, right? You just say graves.
この山頂に祀られているのは歴代のヨカフイ族の祭司長、そして80年前にこのオルコパチャを襲った最悪バリガルマンダと勇敢に戦った猛者たちだ。
Okay, yeah. Enshrined here at this on the mountain's peak are the high priests of the Yokafui, like each successive, you know. You could just say the priests, the high priests of the Yokafui, as well as the warriors who bravely fought 80 years ago against Vorigarumanda.
道理で数が多いわけだな。
Damn. There's just no wonder there's so many.
ゾラージャ兄さん、やっぱり先についてたのか。
So also you did get here first. Oh, that guy's not having a good time.
おや、ウクラマト様、ご創建のようで何よりです。
What a piece of shit. Ah, Princess Okabat. I'm so glad to see you're in good health.
されじゃ、てめえよくも。
Sarisha, how dare you?
ここをどこだと思っている。罵り合いで場を乱すようなら出て行ってもらうぞ。
Where do you think you are? If you would, like, disrupt this place with your... What, like, with your insults, I will ask you to leave.
そうだったな。悪い。
Oh, you're right. I'm sorry.
他の候補者を待つ必要はもうあるまい。
父上の生前墓とやらまで案内しろ。
There's no need to wait for the other candidates. Okay, so this is Raja is being again casually disrespectful. The usage of Toyara here. Is indicating the Toyara is like, or whatever it's called, essentially. And also, he... Okay, so the phrase here is like, Seizen... What? Seizen ba? That's like living tomb, or like living grave. You know, one made while one is still living. Interesting. His grave.
バリガルマンダを封印した者たちの生前墓だ。グルージャジャの名も刻まれている。
Are they saying bull? Oh, it is bull. Never mind. Seizenbo. And this is the grave of those who sealed Barigaramanda. Guru Jaja's name is also engraved upon it.
武と利をもって平和をもたらした覇者グルージャジャ。
Was like supreme ruler who brought peace through valor and reason. Guru Jaja. Why would you ever go with resolve for this? How could you possibly get resolve from this boo? I don't understand. It doesn't make sense.
意外な名前も刻まれてるな。世界の広さを知る航海者、ケテンラム。
There's another, unexpected name carved upon it. Ketenram, the navigator, like knower of the vastness of the world, the navigator Ketenram.
ケテンラムってトラル大陸に初めて渡ったリムサロミンサの探検家よね。彼もレン王と一緒に旅をしてたってこと？
Okay, that's very much a recap line from Isaiah, but yes. And that was the first person from adventurer from Linsa, first person to cross the ocean to the continent of Torad. So he traveled alongside the United King. Then, yeah.
道を追い求める探求者カフキはまさかこの名前まで刻まれてるとはな。
Wait a second. Hang on. Are these... Wait, are these archetypes? Wait, are these Jungian archetype names? Hang on. I think these might be... Because we've got Seeker, we've got Ruler... Navigator? It might be, I don't know. I'm not particularly familiar with the despite playing Metaphor, I'm not fully familiar with the Japanese translations of Jungian archetypes. But it kinda sounds like it. Hang on, I can actually look that up. Real quick. I don't think so. Never mind. But maybe. You never know. It just stuck out to me. In any case, I like this, you know, the seeker in pursuit of the unknown. Like, pursuing the unknown. Kofkiwa. I never expected to see that name engraved here.
ヨカフイ族以外の者が生前墓を建てることなど異例のことであったが、彼らはそれにふさわしい偉業を成したのだ。
Yeah, it was unusual for, you know, non-Yokafui to build a living grave. Yeah, but what they accomplished was well deserving of it. You know, worthy.
美を持って平和をもたらした覇者か。やっぱ親父はすげえや。
Hasha is like, yeah, like the supreme ruler, like champion, conqueror, but it's more like ruler. You know, the ruler brought peace through valor and reason. My old man really is incredible, huh?
無によって波動を進むものか。
Huh. Oh, that's fucking hard. Oh no, that's so hard. This is one of those lines where you don't know fully exactly what he's referring to. It's like what he conquered through force. Then.
バリガルマンダを封印することができたのは、氷の魔力を暴走させた利があってこそだけどね。
And the only way he was able to seal the Farigaramanda was you know, the thought to cause its ice magic to lose control, to go out of control. You could make that sound so much better. Tori. I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose it. How do you possibly get resolve out of this? They keep hammering it home. Right there, they had Soraja talk about force, about like might, valor. And then fucking Connor talks about, no, actually, it was reason. And then Wukama goes valor and reason. Both together. So one, two.
部の親父の技を継いだゾラージャ兄さんにはかなわねえ。
Yeah, and now we're talking about the whole inheritance thing. It's so annoying because you really, like, that bu, when it is referring to the king really is valor. But it also has the meaning of, like, might, of strength, might. It's got more of that than the others, but it does encompass multiple different meanings. It's a pain in the ass, it's a pain in the ass. it's either, I don't know. When it comes to valor, when it comes to might. I'm nothing, I can't hold a... I just can't compete with Zoraja. He inherited all our old man's skills.
リだってリの親父の知識を継いだコーナ兄さんの方が優れてる。
When it comes to reason, knowledge, Connor inherited all of that from the head of knowledge and is so much better than me. No, it's like so much more than me.
なら、私が親父から受け継いだものって一体何なんだ?
So, what did I inherit from him? Yeah, what did I inherit? Hold on, please. I really don't want to... I'm way too... Like, it's the end of... It's towards the end of the stream. They translated this to inherit, right? They translated this line to inherit, right? They don't do something dumb and then not use the word inherit. They probably do something dumb and they don't use the word inherit. What did I inherit? Ooh! That's interesting. That's interesting. I like this line. Oh, I don't want to look up the English, but this seems very important. Also, these lines in English are very mentor-like, again. Both of these are like, you're talking from a position of experience, right? It's like maybe, you know, his love for peace, or is the only thing that, you know, you should inherit. Was it only his, like, valor and reason that should be passed down? That you should inherit? Is that it? You know, you're kind of leading her to the answer. I'm gonna do, hey, like, phrase it as a question.
私が親父から継ぐべきもの。
And what I should inherit. Revival event.
そうか。
Yeah.
私は親父から平和を愛する心を受け継いだ。トラル大陸に生きるみんなのことが好きだって気持ち。こればっかりは誰にも負ける気がしねえ。
Yeah. But also I get the feeling that it's gonna be, it's not just that. That isn't the only thing here this is going to be elaborated on. I inherited my love, his love of peace. I love... what? I love everyone who lives on, you know, on this whole continent more than anyone else. Right, this is, like, that's the line here, the dare ni mo makeru kiga shine. Like, more than anyone else.
私は私のやり方で平和を守ってみせるぜ。
And I'm gonna, yeah, protect that peace my own way. No, in my own way. Yay. Ah, there we go. So it really was just instant, huh? なんだなんだ What? Oh?
みんな大変だ。すぐにウォーラーの残響へと戻ってきてくれ。
Everyone, bad news. You need to come back to Waters. Echo immediately.
バリガルマンダの封印が解かれたんだ。
And the Varigaramando's seal has broken.
今の轟音に関する報告か。
Okay, yeah. You have any information on what that roar was? Yeah, Varigaramanda.
なんだと？
Nandato?
バリガルマンダが。
What? Varigaramandas?
とにかく急いで戻るぞ。
We need to go back now.
これは好都合。他の候補者たちに先行する好機ではありませんか。
Oh, how convenient, how fortunate. Or really, you would just say, like, what a wonderful opportunity. We have our chance to get ahead of the other candidates. I mean, this little fucker probably did it. Almost assuredly. Like, I have to imagine that either that worm-tongue guy or Zoraja himself are the ones who did it. I can't imagine Baku Jaja doing that. I don't think they would know how. I do not think that they are smart enough to pull something like that off. Also, I'm taking the long way back so I can look for those ether current things along the way, which I do not seem to be finding, so I should probably just teleport, but now I'm priced into it. There's got to be one on top of that rock, right? There is not. But yeah, the, man, like, I am interested in, like, what people's complaints about the expansion were, but at the same time, like, hearing discussion about the game purely in English causes me mental agony. It's just like, oh yeah, man, here, let me watch a video about people's thoughts on the English version of a Final Fantasy XIV expression. I really just want to fuck up my day. I was feeling a bit too happy. Hang on, let me just piss myself off. Yeah, it's not great. It's far more interesting to me to actually watch Japanese playthroughs just to see if, like, the Japanese chat and streamers and stuff had the same general reaction as me, so I can know if I'm, like, on the right track.
しっかりしろ。
Oh, damn. Things are bad.
君も戻ったか。
Are
こ
you
の
back?
状況を説明したいのは山々だが、急激なエーテルの高まりを感じて戻ってきた時には、すでにオカフイ族たちが倒れていたんだ。
Okay. But it's like, what, I really want to explain what happened. When I came back, there was like a, surge of, ether. Yo, we were all
今、
collapsed.
皆が手分けしてオカフイ族の手当てをしている。
Okay, we're all splitting up and
戻ったばかりで疲れているだろう。
providing
準備
aid to
が
the
でき次第
Yokofui.
君の力
Please help as soon as you can. Oh, okay. I feel like this
三栄
is...
総長ウォーコー増毛に仲間 NPC の幻体を連れて突入できるようになり
I feel like this is probably, you know, like normally I would go on for a little bit longer, but this seems like a good spot. Like, this seems like a natural stopping point. Holy shit. Patch hasn't shown up for like 20 fucking streams. Absolutely flawless spot. How the hell did you even know that I was even gonna go up these stairs? I feel like I've been soul read. Fucking hell. But yeah, I think that is a good spot to stop it for this one. I will say things are, again, interesting. This is the first time that something, like, actually, like, really bad has occurred. I'm interested in seeing what the game does with it. Oh, man. Like, I simultaneously want to look at more of the English and then just really don't at all. Because it's just it's so much more fun for me personally to be like, ooh, let's look at the story and, like, talk about the story, and ooh, this is an interesting little thing that they're doing. This ties into this thing from this earlier point in the story. Isn't that fun? Instead of looking at just raw nonsense. But at the same time, I do think it is important to at least, like, see why people had such a negative opinion about this expansion in English. Because right now, I mean, I could see people being, like, not totally thrilled with it. I'm still having a good time. There have been some, holy shit. He just comes in and does a fucking backflip. And then immediately logs out. Holy fuck. I didn't even know you could do that. Is that real? Can you do that? I don't think you can. I don't think that's allowed. But in any case, I'm interested in seeing where they go with the actual themes that they are setting up here. Still very engaged, still very much having fun. And I will see all of you, hopefully, on Sunday. Peace out. See ya.